You heard Sergeant Fain as he was rolling up numerous times. Like I said, I think I counted 8, advising them that they need to get off the roadway. This isn't an incident where, like I said, we weren't on a sidewalk, we weren't in a park, we were on a traveled portion of the roadway. They were obviously attempting to stop vehicles from going across that roadway.
Well, the fallout continues tonight after more than a dozen people were arrested in a chaotic protest on the Roebling Bridge Thursday night. What started as a rally to call for the release of an ICE detainee in Cincinnati soon escalated into a wild and violent scene as police took protesters into custody. Now, one of the more controversial moments from that night when a Covington police officer could be seen punching a protester while trying to arrest him. That officer now on administrative duty per department policy, but the man put in cuffs now sharing his side of the story. WLWT News 5 Sean McKinnon spoke with him earlier this evening. He called it outrageous that he's being charged with first-degree felony rioting and feels that the officer who punched him escalated the situation.
Punches delivered to Brandon Hill's face and head left some marks, hearing loss, and possibly a fractured elbow.
I definitely felt a lot of blows, and I just didn't understand why, after the first few, that didn't stop.
As protesters approached the Roebling, a black SUV drove toward the bridge. Hill could be seen telling people to get out of the way. Then up on the bridge, Covington police made calls on the loudspeaker telling protesters to move.
Get on the sidewalk or go to jail. Now.
At that moment, I did not hear it. There was so much going on. There were so many sirens.
Hill says a minute or two after officers met them, they started making arrests. The chief of police said it was proper de-escalation.
It's hard to say exactly whether there was ample amount of time. I don't know exactly what ample amount to me and you might be two different things.
If I was given the time by the authorities, I would have said, no, I don't feel like being arrested today. And I would have made my way onto the sidewalk. But they proceeded very quickly to escalate the situation.
Covington police highlighted a moment when Hill's arm hit an officer's pepperball gun.
I don't remember any of that happening. I just remember a person charging at me with a gun, and I just remember trying to get out of the way. The
officer chases Hill down, pulls him from the side, takes him down, and punches him repeatedly as Hill covers his head.
From my perspective, I was following the direction of the officer. I was on the sidewalk. He said to get on the sidewalk after he'd fired upon me.
Well, that officer is on paid administrative duty while his actions are being investigated. Hill, the man we spoke with tonight, will be facing multiple charges in Kenton County Court next week. And we will continue to track any fallout from the protest on the Roebling Bridge. We'll bring you any updates on air and online at our website, WLWT.com.